This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. Frank Smith. Look at you, mate. Honestly, you're getting more like Eddie every time I see you.
Really?
Honestly, it's getting bizarre.
What? How?
Everything. Just the whole get-up. You in general, you're just turning into him. Is that
No.
what you've went for, though?
No.
Truthfully, no. Alright, listen, right? 10 years ago, if you could say to yourself in 10 years' time, I want to be like Eddie Hearn, is that what you want? To be honest.
I love him. He's like a big brother to me. But we are the complete opposite characters. And I don't get people say I'm like him and then they say I'm boring. So...
Yeah, but this is a misconception. When you get to know Frank Smith, he's not boring, right? But you're very like Edward Hearn. It's actually frightening.
Really?
Look at that little hand you've got going on there. The way it's placed, that's just the way Eddie stands and everything, mate.
Yeah, but maybe he learnt a lot from me.
I sincerely doubt it.
Why?
Mate, look at the aura of him just standing there. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't know what's going on.
He's saying that we're the same person.
Honestly, mate. You're turning into him, but is that what you want?
No. I want to be better.
You want to be better? Is that why you're going for the football club? Because you want to be better than Eddie Hearn?
He tried with the football club. No, football club could be interesting, I don't know.
Talk to me a little bit more about that. There's rumours in the Matchroom office that it's Manchester United. Any truth?
No. Well, it may be a bit smaller than Man U, to be honest. Who knows, though? Who knows? Big rumours.
Right, let's get on to tonight. Magic event here in Monaco. Talk to me a bit about the hospitality here. Been brilliant, hasn't it?
Yeah, unbelievable. Look, it's a special place to do an event. It's a special place to, we're proud to have the opportunity to deliver an event somewhere like this. We see the Formula One here, you see the tennis. Boxing's been coming here for, I think, 100 odd years. It was a long break, obviously, during COVID. It's our first time back in 4 years. But it just showed, look at this place. It's something completely different. We've been lucky enough to put events on all around the world in the best arenas, the best stadiums, the best venues. But what this creates is something special, and we look forward to many more here.
In terms of tonight's fight night, obviously we'll start at the beginning of the card. Ramla Ali kind of overcame all the odds. Everything was against her, and she done the business tonight. Excited about the future for Ramla Ali now?
Yeah, 100%. One thing to say firstly is, sometimes you announce a show, people are like, oh, I'm not sure about that. But this show had everything. And sometimes you announce a show and people go, cracker, and then it doesn't quite deliver. But we felt this show had everything, from top to bottom. But yeah, starting with Ramla Ali, tremendous performance. To go in there, the heart she showed, even trading as well in this fight after, what we saw in the first fight. She showed that she's got so much heart, determination. She deserves to be in that position. She went straight back in there in a fight against Guzman, who, we know what she can do. So respect to her, and we got to step onto the world titles now. That's what's got to be next.
Happy for Sissoko, 11 months out of the ring. Obviously, always tough coming back, but put in a gutsy performance tonight and got the win.
Yeah, like you say, he got caught early. Gutsy performance from him. He got caught early in the fight, and he showed his skill in there. It did sort of taper off towards the end of the fight, probably. It started off quite intriguing, did taper off, but it was a good win, as you say, after so much time out the ring. It's the kind of performance he needed, and from here we've got to step on. I think in his where he is in his career, he's got to really step onto those big fights now and look for those big opportunities. He's built a big name for himself, especially in France. There's big opportunities for him, but we've got to deliver the big fights now.
Nonchinga got chinned, knocked out. Curiel's a superstar in Mexico now. Talk to me a bit about that and what that trajectory looks like for Curiel now.
Wild, because everyone was saying Curiel can't punch. Even people close were like, the great thing about this fight is because Curiel's not a big puncher, it's just going to go back and forward for 12 rounds. And he got caught with that shot, and you could see actually when Civi got up after probably 10 or 12 seconds maybe, he was shocked, and it was just the perfect shot. I think let's maybe look at doing that rematch in Mexico, because look, it was a voluntary shot, that Civi gave there for Curiel. So unless he wants to move up in weight, which maybe he does, but I think maybe we could see that fight in Mexico, headlining the Mexico show.
Cordina Vasquez. I told Eddie there I watched it and I thought Cordina won easy, and then I looked online and was surprised. What did you make of it?
Yeah, look, I thought it was a close fight, a lot closer than many people expected. And what a fight as well. Respect to both of them because they went at it for 12 rounds in there. And you know, sometimes it's hard, especially comparing, you know, in a venue like this where sometimes it can go quiet, but they didn't give the opportunity for the crowd to go quiet because it was 12 rounds of back and forth every second of every round. But yeah, I thought, you know, I thought Joe won, you know. But I thought maybe the scorecards, the 116, 112, a little bit out. But I thought Joe won. But it was a tremendous fight. And look, now from here, you know, we've got to look at those big fights, you know, the fights we've been talking about. The unifications, obviously the Ashaki Foster fight, the Navarrete fight, you know, all these fights, Lee Wood possibly as well. So many fights to look at, but they're the big fights we've got to move on to now.
Alex Krasik was here. I spoke to him. He told me to ask you and Eddie why he was here.
Oh, I can't tell you. He told me I couldn't tell you.
He told me to ask you and said that you would tell me, so...
No, he said to me, don't tell anyone what we spoke about. But me, I love Krasik. Krasik's a legend. Done a tremendous job with Alexander Usyk, and yeah, but it was a good meeting we had.
I spoke to Derek Chisora, and I asked him about Eddie's comments about Matchroom having a few fighters on a Saudi Arabian bill on the 23rd. Derek said Eddie is talking shit. I then relayed that message to Eddie, and Eddie said Derek is talking shit, and he said you might just see Matchroom on the 23rd of December. Do you care to update us on that?
Let's see. You know, so much talking in the sport, people saying everyone's talking shit. I prefer a let's see vision. Let's see what happens.
But is it feasible that Matchroom will have a show on the 23rd? I'm not asking you this because all of your staff are asking me to ask you this. I'm asking you in genuine.
They all want to book their Christmas holidays. It's been a busy year, but possibly. You know, we're working on a few options now, looking at a few different things. There's been talk about many different options around there. But I think over the next, it's 7 weeks away today, you know. So things have to move very quickly. I think in the coming days that will all become very clear.
Last one from me. Interviewed Conor Benn today. He told me the 27th of January is pretty much locked in. Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Is that confirmed then, and then just the final signatures?
Look, there's still some work to be done, but it's moving in the right direction. It's not signed, sealed, delivered just yet, but I'm very confident we get there. You know.
Is the 3rd of February in Spurs Stadium gone then? It's done?
No, look, we're looking at all options. You know, obviously discussing with DAZN. You know, DAZN are going to push the date that makes the most sense for the broadcast, obviously. But it's a massive fight. It sells out wherever we go. But we just want to get it over the line. So a bit of work to be done. It's going to be a busy 48, 72 hours. I'm very confident we get this over the line.
Frank Smith, thank you very much, my friend.
Colin McGuigan, thank you very much, my friend.